Only on Channel 3 tonight, a new restaurant in small-town New Hampshire hopes to cash in on some big international attention, all because of its name.
A Vietnamese restaurant in Keene, New Hampshire is being forced to change its name because city officials feel the name Pho Great sounds offensive.
That name created a tug-of-war between the restaurant and the city, debating, can the restaurant keep its sign? Even people from Vietnam to New Hampshire also debating, is that name profanity? But a couple months later, the city eventually gave the restaurant the go-ahead, and the owner gave me an exclusive look inside, beyond the headlines.
Driving into Keene, New Hampshire on a brilliant and unusually sunny February afternoon. You can feel the life in this college town of about 25,000. Sunny and 50 degrees. Never felt so good. And beneath this covered-up storefront, a buzz. And sparks of new life. That's Isabel Jolie, laughing through the chaos. And construction just weeks before her tentative March launch. Humor is important to her.
It is.
After all, her restaurant's name,
The product is Pho, it's in Keene, and it's great food.
pretty much says it all, as long as you know Vietnamese noodle soup is pronounced pho.
I'll meet you at PKG or Pho Great.
A Vietnamese restaurant in Keene, New Hampshire is
From Late Night with Seth Meyers to hundreds of clicks on Facebook,
It's a pho restaurant followed by the words, Keene Great.
to periodic updates on your favorite news channel. The debate over the name and sign right next to Keene City Hall created a firestorm.
So I got a lot of attention, both positive and negative.
City manager Elizabeth Dragon was a part of the back and forth with the restaurant.
It was difficult at times.
Each side disagreeing about what could be displayed or not.
And the city manager reached out to me directly and said, there's more to it.
As the world of social media swooped in on Keene. But in the end,
It's going to get people to Keene.
the city and the restaurant found common ground.
I'm looking forward to having some new food choices right here at City Hall.
The name controversy obviously put your restaurant on the map for the whole world to see. What was that like in your words? Can you describe that situation?
We had no idea that it would explode to where we are today. Even people in Hanoi, North Vietnam know about us.
And as a permanent sign rises, so does public interest.
Kind of a good pun, play on words and stuff.
I walk my kids by it every day for school. I thought it was funny.
All right, well, show me around a little bit.
Okay, so
And after years of planning, Isabel's vision is finally coming together.
Are you going to be in the kitchen, out front, or both?
so to start out, hopefully I'll be back there cooking.
And while her kitchen in downtown is not ready yet,
Can you hand that to me?
the food is her focus.
Got a lot of spices in it, so we put in basil. I love cilantro.
Yes.
Asian ketchup coming up.
Asian ketchup.
Let me know when we can start chowing down. I love it.
Tangy and beautiful. This is your family recipe, right?
Yeah, I got it from my mother.
Recipes well-traveled. Her mother picking up the family and escaping the fall of Vietnam in the 70s when Isabel was just a toddler. Their traditions and passion for cooking given to her,
Dreamt about this day, and that fear
lending strength
makes me fierce.
through a difficult last few years.
My sister, Chang, was diagnosed with lupus, couldn't hold down a job. I said to her, we're going to open a little place, and you can be your own boss, and you can work as long as you want, and make a living, and have employment, and not be judged. And okay, we can't talk about that. So, okay, I just can't, I don't know why, I still cry about it. All right, so it was for Chang, and I didn't want to do it. So she said, no, you have to do this.
Trong passed away in 2016, and Isabel opened a food truck to carry on her memory. Now, with business partners behind her, the real vision of a full restaurant is coming together on the sunny boulevards of Central and Washington.
Light at the end of the tunnel. How does that feel?
It's hurting my eyes. No, just there's a lot of fear, but it's a good kind of fear, the kind that inspires you. It says, yeah, it's going to happen, and I'm going to rise to this challenge.
And tonight, we get your take. We've got a lot of comments from the
Love
promotional
this.
video and from the story today. We so appreciate it. It was a fun story to cover. And here we go.
All
Jake
right.
on Facebook commenting. People are talking about it, so their marketing is working. This is kind of
Agree
one that we
with
got
that.
a lot of.
Yes. Melanie says, OMG, let them be and quit trying to stir drama up for them.
Now, at the end of the day, the city and the restaurant are now on the same page, so that's cleared up.
It's awesome, yep.
All right, so Paul commented, their marketer knows what they are doing. They've been featured in national news, magazines, and all over the internet for free. That's true.
But this was the first interview. I love
That's
the behind-the-scenes story, the real story behind the headline. And Larry says, great marketing, but is the food any good?
Okay, so I
You've
can
had it.
attest to this. The food is really good, and I wasn't really sure what to expect. I've had a lot of Vietnamese food before, and it was really delicious. Kind of has its own flair and everything, and it's her own family recipe, so it's
It
really
looked
cool.
delicious.
Yeah.
And then on Facebook Live, we have Scott Whitmore, Facebook Live. Keep those comments going. Scott says, I wish the restaurant all the best and love the name. It's about getting the name out there, and she was definitely creative. Big smiley face. And it opens when?
March 1st, 3 p.m. Tentative, but they're optimistic they can make it happen.
Love it.
Yeah.